The Rangers were shut out for the first time this season after a 2-0 loss in Nashville Tuesday night. I don't know, man. Has his team hit rock bottom? That's the question. Well, my guy Jonny Lazarus is part of the Rangers beat, and he's the host of the Daily Faceoff. I don't know. Maybe he has the answers. Jay Lazzy, what's going on, man? I see you breathing hard right now. What's going on, my guy?
Nobody seems to have any answers, Brandon, and just when you think it can't get worse, it somehow does. Last night's game, while the effort was a little bit better, the same problems continue to happen, and the Rangers just can't find a way to score a goal right now, and they're struggling to score goals against the worst teams in the NHL. They scored one against the Blackhawks last week. They scored none last night against the Predators, and I think everyone in that locker room, including the coaching staff, is running out of answers right now, and no one really knows what to do or how to solve this.
So 1-5-0 in their last 6, I guess, in last night's loss or Tuesday night's loss. New problems or just more of the same?
More of the same, but last night what the players were saying, Vinny Trocheck specifically, he felt they got opportunities and got their chances. The work ethic was there last night. The pucks just weren't going in. And sometimes there's no explanation why the pucks don't go in. UC Saros played a great game for the Predators, but that little extra bite, that little extra buy-in that teams need to put the puck in the net, it's going to be an ugly one. It's going to be a greasy one. You know, not the goals that we're used to seeing the Rangers put in the back of the net. And it also hurts that Artemi Panarin, their best offensive player, has been out the last 2 games. So you got to keep that in mind as well, that the Rangers don't have their #1 offensive threat. But, you know, a bad pinch by Chad Ruedel on a 50-50 puck turns into a 3-on-2 the other way. Mika Zibanejad stops moving his feet on the back check, and Jonathan Marchessault is able to score a backdoor goal to give the Predators the 1-0 lead. And then Riley Smith goes out to the point, doesn't necessarily lock in on his defenseman, and the Predators walk right in, dance down Broadway, and make it 2-0, and that's the game right there. So Shesterkin played fine. At the end of the day, you need to score a goal if you want to win a hockey game, and Rangers weren't able to find a way to do it.
Were you worried that this team is kind of listening to the outside noise? Because Ryan Lindgren, after the game, after the loss, said it shouldn't be hard to keep our focus right now. Jay Lazzy, to me, that sounds like guys have checked out. So does it look like, and do you feel like this squad is checked out mentally on the Rangers coaching staff and the front office?
I don't think guys have checked out, but they're not necessarily fully bought in, if that makes sense. Like, guys are still out there. I'm not going to say everyone's trying, because it seems like a few guys aren't, but, listen, I've talked to a current NHL player who played against the Rangers recently, and he said to me, you can just tell they're gripping it tight right now. And when you lose 11 out of 14 games, it's hard to have a positive mental psyche, and it's hard not to have those thoughts and outside noise creep in the back of your head. I mean, anyone who's lost games in any sport can deal with that. It's a human emotion that, is tough to just snap out of. But when you do lose this many games and things in the room trickle down a bit, it's tough to get that back. And in hockey and in most sports, it takes everyone to get out of it. So the Rangers right now are trying to buy into that belief that it's going to take everyone to get out of this rut. And, good on Ryan Lindgren for saying that, or calling some guys out maybe that might not be fully checked in. But overall, as a group, I'm not seeing a complete buy-in from everybody.
But we're talking about pretty much the same core group as last year. I mean, they bought in last year in Peter Laviolette's first year, so why would this group have to buy in now? Shouldn't they already be bought in, especially after the run they went on last year?
That's what you think, and that's the answer everyone's looking for, right? Why? No one knows why. And there's been maybe a lack of communication between general management and the players. Maybe there's not the best style of communication between Peter Laviolette and guys like Capo Caco, who voiced his frustration to the media yesterday in Nashville after being healthy scratched against St. Louis. And maybe that's what's happening right now. Just a lack of clear communication is getting the best of these players mentally, and it's affecting their play on the ice. But no one seems to have the specific answer of why this is happening.
Well, you know what? There's a lot of people on Twitter and X, I'm talking fans, that still have hope that this team can turn it around. Can they, or do you think it's just too late?
I'm not going to say it's too late, because there's still more than half of a season to be played, and we've seen this group of Rangers before go on runs of 8, 9, 10 straight wins in a row, and they can do that again, but they need to see one positive thing happen just to get that belief in their locker room again. We're talking about a team last year that set a franchise record for wins and comeback wins, and you went into every game thinking they were going to win last year. Right now, to me, they go into every game thinking, what's going to go wrong this time? And I'm not speaking for them. That's just what it feels like when you watch them. But all it takes in this sport is one positive thing to change the course of a season. And that's what they're searching for right now. That's what they need right now. Do I think that this is a team that will go on and compete for a Stanley Cup? No. But do I think they can turn their regular season around at a certain point? It's hard to say I truly believe it, but you hope for it. And I think belief and hope are two different things. But right now, someone's got to be the guy to step up. They don't have a captain, and I think they're searching for one. And let's see if there's anyone that emerges from this.
All right, well, we still got a lot of hockey left to play. Jay Lazzy, thanks for hopping on with us, my man.
Thank you, Brandon. Appreciate it.